Good day, friends. Today I would like to cook or rather prepare a Olivier Salad, which is a Russian style salad. And I'm going to prepare three different varieties of veggie, uh, fish, and chicken. So for preparing the chicken, we put the a breast, chicken breast, which is boneless, and the all the fat is taken out. Make sure there is no bone inside it, and I add it to the pan. Then put one whole onion in there so that it removes the smell, and some carrots, rather bigger size. I also sprinkle some uh, onions that I've chopped in small pieces and a half a teaspoon of turmeric and also half a teaspoon of salt. Uh, the black pepper at this point is optional. You can add or not to. And then pour water over it up to the level of the chicken. You don't want to go higher because that would not help when cooking. Just on top of the breast would do. So I'll put that on the stove and now preparing the fish. This is a sockeye salmon from British Columbia, and I have cleaned it and took the skin off and made sure there is absolutely no bones in it. Now we are going to make a sauce for marinade. We are going to use quarter of a cup of soy sauce, a tablespoon of vinegar. That's and also a tablespoon of pomegranate sauce. We also need to add 2 tablespoons of date syrup. If you're living where you cannot get date syrup from these Middle Eastern shops, you can use maple syrup. I will also add some dried herbs. I've got lots of herbs in my backyard, and this is a mixture of lavage, rosemary, oregano, coriander, and a little bit of lemon balm. I dried that and made a mixture that I'm using for fish and other seafood dishes. Now, We have to put a little bit of onion on the bottom. That would help get rid of the fishy smell. Put the fish on the top and add the marinade to it. I've already turned the oven on for preheating. So we put the marinade on and put it in the middle rack of the oven. Now there goes the fish, and as you can see, our chicken is cooking down there. Yeah. Now, in order to prepare the rest of the things, we need four medium-sized potatoes that I'm going to put in a pan and put water 1 centimeter above it and let it cook. But in order to save your time, I've already done so. And as you can see here, I have cut well, peel the potatoes after cooking and cut them into cubes. Try to make it the same size as possible. So we're gonna put those cubed potatoes into one pan. Pour water on top of it and put it on the stove to cook. The other thing that we need to do, we need about five or six carrots that I've already chopped, as you can see, small sizes. We need another pan to put the carrot on and put water on top of it and start boiling. Some add the potato and carrot and peas in one pan, which is not correct because they need different time for cooking. Now we take another pan and on this one we put the green peas. Green peas don't need much of a time to get ready. We don't really want to cook them, overcook them, because they're gonna lose their color and turn from green to brown. So we also put some water on that and keep watching it before it gets too late to remove it from the heat. Now we put all these three pans on the stove and wait for them to get cooked. While they're cooking, we need to do some more preparations. Uh, we need cucumber pickle, the dill garlic cucumber pickle. that we need to uh, chop into small pieces. As you can see, I'm trying to get them as small as possible. This is just an extra one to show you how it's cut. I already done some, as you can see on that bowl, and I add this to that. We also need some pickled cucumber that are grinded. The grinded one is for chicken. So we grind the pickled cucumber. Try to use the ones that are kept in the vinegar, not the ones in the salt water. I've also done some before, so I'm going to add this to that one and use a strainer like I do so that you get the moisture out of it. You don't want it to be soggy. Now the eggs, as you can see, I've done some. What you need to do is to grind the egg with a larger whole one. I think I have enough egg there. This is, of course, a boiled egg. And we also need to grind some potato. So as well as those cubes, we need some to be grinded. This is for the chicken. The other one, which was cubed, is for fish and also veggie. Now we also need some green olives cut into very small, fine pieces. I've done a bowl full, so I'm just showing you how it needs to be done. So I add this to the rest of the olives that I've done. Make sure there is no seed in them and there is no broken seed, and that's going to cause problem when you want to eat it. Uh, we also need some spring onion. So what you do, you cut the root out and chop it into small pieces like I am doing. I've already done some, and we're going to add these to those as well. We also need one apple. This is for the veggie one. So we cut the apple into small pieces, try to make it the same size, all the cuts, and keep it aside. Now we are all ready to start the next process. Okay, now as you can see, the chicken is cooked and ready, and I'm putting it aside. We are testing the fish to see if that's cooked. Put a fork or knife in the middle and see, yeah, this one is cooked. So that's enough. We take it out. As you can see here, the potato, carrot, and peas are cooking. The pea must be ready because you don't really want to cook it too much so that it doesn't change color to brown. You want to keep it as green as possible. So I'm going to drain it. It looks all right. So I'm going to drain the peas. And then in order to keep the nice green color, we need to put it right away into ice cold water and leave it there for a few minutes to settle down. Now I'll test the carrot. It needs a little bit more, not ready yet. And the potato, okay, it seems all right. We don't want to overcook it and make it mushy so that our salad would not taste good. Now, what we are going to do is to do the chicken and the fish. As you can see, the cube potatoes are cooked, and I've put them in the strainer to drain and cool. The carrots are also in the strainer to drain and cool, and also the green beans. We need to keep them for about an hour so that they really cool down. You don't want to mix them while they're warm. Now, with the chicken, uh, I'm going to show you how it's done. Also, I've done some the other part of it. Now we cut like I'm doing, and then try to separate the flesh from each other, like so. Now we have to clean the marinade from back of the fish, that black part, so that it doesn't get into the salad and give it a bad color. After doing so, we can also squeeze the fish and make it into small pieces. Now our chicken and fish is ready. We are going to have three containers, one for veggie, one for fish, and one for chicken. So the potato that is cubed is going to be divided into the veggie and fish. And the grinded potato will be for the chicken. Now the egg is actually mostly for the fish and chicken, but we put a little bit for the veggie one as well, but not as much as we put for the fish and chicken. Chicken needs the most. Now the carrot is going to be divided into equal portions for our three. Now we're adding some more potatoes and also the olives and spring onion. For the chicken, we add the chopped onion, not the spring onion. We now add the chicken to the chicken portion bowl. And the fish to the fish one. Now we can add our mayonnaise and cream and the rest of the additions. So this is original mayonnaise. Don't use the fat-free one. They don't taste good. So we're gonna add 1 cup minimum of 1 cup of mayonnaise. To each of them. If we need some more, we're going to add later on. After mixing, we can tell. Now, we also going to need half a cup of mustard. This is French mustard. Is organic Canadian mustard, which is very good. So we add a quarter or a half a cup, depending on how much you like mustard. I'm adding a quarter of a cup now. We also need almost half a cup of, maybe quarter of a cup of a cream. This is a thick breakfast cream. It's a Persian breakfast cream. Don't use the liquid one. It has to be the thick cream, not the liquid one. So uh, it's up to you whether you want to add cream or not. If you're a Weight Watcher, you may not want to do it. We also add some uh, black pepper to all three, mostly to chicken and fish. Just a little bit on the veggie one. Okay, now it's time to mix them up. As you can see, I'm leaving the green peas to the last because I don't want them to be uh, broken down when mixing. So we leave it to the last. So this is the veggie one. Now we will mix the fish one. And finally, after the fish, we mix the chicken. You gotta mix it very well so that the mayonnaise gets evenly distributed. Now the chicken. It would be easier if you use a bigger container so that when you mix in, you have more room available to you. Now it's time to add the green peas. We put some on the veggie one and split the rest between fish and chicken. Then start mixing again, but be careful, do it very gently so that the green peas don't break. You want them to be intact. Now we do the same with the fish. Mix the green peas with the rest of the mixture. And now the veggie one. Okay, when we need to add the rest of the chicken and the rest of the fish, we still have some more room for that. And also some more ground potato to the chicken. I always make a little extra for everything so that if I realize there is a need to add more of something, we can do that. A little bit more of shoveling with the fish. Now our three are ready for garnishing. So I think we need a little bit more of mayonnaise. I ran out of that first bottle, so I'm using the second bottle. But we don't want too much, but enough to keep everything sticking together. So I'm gonna add some more of mayonnaise. And now we sprinkle a little bit of salt on all those, not too much, just a little bit, especially on the chicken and fish. And now I add some dried dill wheat to the veggie one. And for the fish, I will add that mixture of dried herbs that I told you. It's lovage, oregano, and rosemary, lemon balm, and coriander. So we mix again. Different people have add different herbs to the veggie one, either basil or mint or thyme, but I think the dill wheat makes more sense. And for the fish, of course, the mixture that I have is incomparable with anything out there. It's all organic from my backyard, and I spend a lot of time to cut and clean and dry them. We don't add herbs to the chicken one. Not that it's a rule. There is no rule in the cooking. You do whatever you like that fancy your taste. So a little bit of more of onion, chopped onion on the chicken, and a little bit more of a spring onion on the fish. Don't want to leave anything behind. Okay, now we are ready to garnish. As you can see, I put out three dishes there. That's the chicken, the fish. I'm adding olive oil, and that's the veggie. This is extra virgin olive oil, and we also need to add a couple of olives there to garnish. There is a hole in the middle of those olives, and I'm gonna put some herbs in it later on. Now we juice half a lemon for each of them. This is the chicken, another half a lemon for fish, and a half a lemon for the veggie. So I cut some fresh mint from our backyard, and I'm gonna put them inside the olives to make it look nice. There's a bright light outside. The sun is shining, and therefore it doesn't look very bright right now inside. Okay, there you go. We have to put this into the refrigerator for minimum 1 hour to settle down. Don't forget that.